Welcome back. The National Freedom Party has announced its immediate withdrawal from the KwaZulu-Natal government of provincial unity. The decision was taken by the party's National Executive Committee earlier this week and is binding on all its structures and deployees. The NFP says the move reflects the collective will of its leadership and is in line with its constitution. For more insight on the political implications, we are joined by political analyst Professor Susan Booysen. Prof, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the show this morning. So we are anticipating for that briefing to take place, but the NFP has announced their intention to pull out of the KZN GPU. Maybe just talk to us with regards to what you believe could be the motivation behind this.
Certainly, as in all politics and party politics, it is power and influence of a particular party that is at stake. It is recognition that's at stake. It is internal fighting in political parties that is at stake. These are common factors, and we certainly see it in the case of the National Freedom Party, the NFP. In the first place, it is a tiny party, inherently unstable. Besides the fact that it has been going down systematically in the electoral standings since its local government 2011 first appearance, it's been decreasing all the time, never an upward blip, apart from after the temporary exclusion from local government elections in 2016 because of non-compliance with basics of electoral participation. It has just been going down all the way. And in political parties like that, one either sees authoritarian leadership or a lot of infighting between a small group of potential power players, also sees the chance for last rescue of a particular political party, as in the case here in the NFP. It's a small party, the stakes are incredibly high. It's the survival of this party that is at stake. But then also it is the profiling of the political party in a run-up to late this year's the local government elections. This is a make-or-break situation for the NFP, and profiling itself as a powerful player in the provincial government and having its own national leadership, however modest that may be, as seen as leading that struggle for continuous representation. These are very important factors. And of course, to mention just a very important third one, it is the inter-party stakes that are very high, and a potential alternative coalition in KwaZulu-Natal in the form of the MKP, the EFF, and then the NFP with a one seat in the KZN Provincial Legislature. There, other political parties see that this one little player can make a big difference. We know it can. And this so epitomizes the weaknesses of coalition politics in South Africa, that these tiny, tiny kingmakers get disproportionate power and then truly also are expecting the bigger parties and players in their coalitions to give them a status, the recognition that big players would usually have. And I think this set of factors are also playing a very big role in the NFP's mix.
Prof, and I mean, you speak about that disproportionate power, the NFP having just one seat within the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We know that the MK party is the biggest party in the province. They may not have the majority, but they had the most votes. When you look at these coalition dynamics, the disproportionate of how the NFP as a party that would have only one seat within the party, what does it say to the electorate of KZN that may have wanted the MK party to be the ones to lead the province? Prof, I'm not sure if you're still with us.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Thank you. It's a very sensitive point for political parties, and especially a party like the MKP in KwaZulu-Natal. It is by far, at 37 out of 80 seats, by far the biggest party. The second bunch of parties, the IFP at 15 seats, ANC at 14 seats out of 180 and DA at 11 seats. So the NKP is by far the biggest player and totally excluded from political power. That is how coalitions work, though. It is parties constructing their majorities. And the MKP so far has not been able to construct a majority, although it has the cooperation of the EFF with these 2 seats, and potentially they're chasing the NFP's 1 seat there. So coalition politics works on the construction of majorities, but it's a very frustrating situation for the MKP that in this big seat of power, KwaZulu-Natal, it is so strong, it has made such progress via the 2024 national and provincial elections, and yet power eludes it. And for a party like the MKP, it's also incredibly important strategically in terms of public perception to be seen to be able to govern in a particular setting, to be seen to be making continuous progress. And we know public opinion polls, the reliable ones, credible ones, are not indicating that the MKP is continuously growing as much as it did in the first year of its existence. So control of provincial power and, in effect, much control over and influence in local governments in a province is a big, big factor for any political party in making progress and in future elections.
Most certainly.
So the stakes are incredibly high in this provincial battle.